Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. My video title, you know what this video is about. We have week 6 game picks, of course. I'm going through each game, of course, and give my take on each game, who I think going to win. So let's dive right into it. First game we have, of course, the Eagles versus the Giants. I think I already pressed the button. Yeah, I am picking the Eagles, of course. The Eagles are coming off of a loss, a double-digit loss. I mean, not double-digit loss, double-digit comeback. From the Broncos. The Broncos came back. It was down double digits in the fourth quarter. Came back and defeated the Eagles. The Eagles probably feeling a little upset about that. So if they're going to find a way to go out there and beat the Giants. The Giants come off a loss against the Saints, of course, in that game. So we'll see what happens. But I got the Eagles winning this one, though. I think the game will be kind of close a little bit. It's a division game, but I have the Eagles winning. Broncos and Jets. I do not believe a tie going to happen. I believe the Broncos are going to win that game. The Jets have been just bad. You know, they're 0-5 right now, and they're the only team that don't have a turnover yet either. You look at teams around the league. I think my Steelers. I believe my Steelers. At one game, he had 5 turnovers as a team. My boy TJ Watt got an interception like that, forced turnover and a fumble recovery. Herbig got a forced fumble and an interception as well. There's a lot of different players around the league who got like turnovers, like more turnovers by themselves than what the Jets have. Devin Lloyd, who had a pick 6 against the Chiefs, was an amazing play on Monday Night Football. He has 4 interceptions this season. The Jets haven't got 1 turnover, which is crazy. Like, you think a ball will tip up or bounce to you or something or get punched out or something. They still haven't got a turnover just yet. That's very crazy. So we'll see if they can find a way to get a turnover in this game. Hopefully they can get 1 turnover or something in this game, but if they can't, they're going to be the same story. But either they do get a turnover, they're not going to win this game. They play against the Broncos. The Broncos defense is too good. The Jets O-line been bad. Justin Fields been running for his life back there, and they can't stop anybody either. So, yeah, the Broncos going to win this game by a good margin. Rams versus the Ravens. I have the Rams win that game. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's going to play or not. The guy, I'm questionable, but even if he does play, I feel like the Ravens' defense has been just terrible. So I feel like they're not going to win this game against, of course, the Rams. So we'll probably see the Rams win this one in this matchup. It should be a good game. I hope it's a good game. I hope it's like a good game, like the score simulator saying 30-31. That'd be a good game. Hope it's a good game, of course. But the Ravens' defense have been allowing a lot of yards and a lot of big plays. The Texans just thrashed them last week, and all the injuries the Ravens' defense haven't been good at all. So I'm gonna say the Rams win this one. Cowboys and Panthers. I'm going to pick the Cowboys. The Panthers ran the ball well, though, last week. They came back down 17-0. Rico Dowdle ran the ball very well last week. I think the Panthers will be able to score some points against the Cowboys. The Cowboys' defense still allow you to score some points on them, but the defense is better than what it seems, of course, as well. They made some plays, of course, against the Jets. They get after the quarterback. They sacked Justin Fields like 5 or 6 times. So they possibly can get in there and wreak havoc against, of course, Byron Young. Not Byron Young. Bryce Young. Like that. So we'll see what happens. But I think the Cowboys win this game. The Cowboys offense has been on fire. George Pickens and Dak Prescott has been a very good combination. And Ferguson as well. And then Javonte Williams had a resurgence. He got new knees and he's been running very well this season. So yeah, I think the Cowboys win this one. Cardinals, Colts. I'm going to Colts. The Cardinals, they started off 2-0, but they haven't lost like 3 straight games. And then last week they could have won that game against the Titans. But guess what? What they do? What did they do? He had the fumble by the quarterback. I mean, not the quarterback, the running back fumble before he got to the end zone. And then you had the coach, having a agreement with him on the sideline, arguing with him. I think he got fined for that too. I guess, the first hit that he did, like he was like, come on, get together like that. That's we see it all the time, of course. Like, get together, man, what you doing like that? Get together, a little tap like that. But I guess the second hit, because the coach was pulling away, he kind of like swung at him and hit him like that. If I said like they don't want the coach to have that type of image or something. But in football we see it all the time. Be like, get together, man. Come on, y'all, lock in. But I guess it depended on the tone, what he was doing and stuff. They wanted to be like, okay, the coach is trying to fight the player or something. I don't know. But yeah, he got fined for that. And the Cardinals just haven't looked good at all. Losing to the Titans that game was crazy. They found every way to lose that game. The dropping the ball before you get to the end zone, and also you look at the interception, and then you fumble it. The ball bounced all the way back to the end zone for the Titans to get a touchdown. You're like, what? It wanted to lose that game. It just found every way to lose that game like that. The Titans did not win that game. The Cardinals lost that game in 3 different ways. So yeah, that right there was just horrible. And you playing against the Colts this week, Colts about to light you up. So yeah, I think the Colts win this game by a good margin. Seahawks versus Jaguars. That's gonna be a good one. Seahawks went out there and had a shootout with the Bucks, but the turnover can be costly. It can cost you the game. Now, they had a turnover like that in the first quarter, it might not cost you, but in the fourth quarter, turning the ball over can cost you a game like that. So yeah, that right there was of course, it depends. Like I mentioned many times, it depends on when the turnover happened. Like people say, oh, you turned the ball over one time. Yeah, but that was in the fourth quarter, in a crucial situation. Now you turned it over in the first half, it'd been a different story. But And right there cost them. He tried to throw that pass in the middle. Levante David, the veteran, making a big time play, getting an interception and stealing the game away for the Bucks to get the field goal win. And the Bucks win that game. And then the Seahawks drop 3-2. They got to play a matchup against the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Jaguars are looking very good so far. So I'm going Jacksonville in this game right here. You got the Chargers, of course, versus the Dolphins. I'm actually going to say, because the Chargers haven't looked too good the past few weeks. The Commanders, they started off 10-0 against the Commanders, and the Commanders, came all the way back and beat them. Then the week before that, they lost to the Giants, of course. A rookie, Jackson Dart, threw 111 yards, and they lost to him. I'm trying to see. The Dolphins always do a good job, though, against Justin Herbert. And that's one thing. Tua plays very well against him. Plays well against the Chargers, usually. I think he's he might be undefeated against the Chargers, I think, as well. I don't know if the Chargers beat the Dolphins. I could be wrong, though. But I feel like this be a game the Dolphins should lose. But then this be a game they actually win. So I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win this one. We got Cleveland versus, of course, the Steelers. Cleveland just traded away Joe Flacco. They got Dylan Gabriel playing. You have Dylan Gabriel playing against that crazy defense. CJ Watt, Herbert, Harmon, Highsmith will be back as well. Jalen Ramsey's gonna be injured actually. He might not play this game, but all those guys they have on that team, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Now the Browns defense is good. The Browns defense gonna make some plays, of course. They're gonna get some sacks. They're gonna make some plays, of course, out there, get some pass breakups and get some stops. But I feel like their offense won't be able to keep up the Steelers' offense. I think the Steelers win this game. It might be a close one. It might be 23-13. Steelers win, a comfortable win, but defense go out. The battle of the defense is basically in this game. So I'm gonna the Steelers win this game. Buccaneers versus 49ers. That's gonna be a good one too as well. I don't know if Mac Jones playing. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm keeping Mac Jones in. Brock Purdy is cool, but he's not 100% healthy. You brought him back last time. You say he was healthy. You brought him back. He played. They lost to Jaguars by a little bit, but then he got injured again in that game, so he's out again. So just wait till he's fully healthy. You want to bring him back in. We know Brock Purdy. This is his job, of course. He's a good player. When he's healthy, he led the 49ers to the championship game before, the Super Bowl before, his first 3 years like that, playing with them. But he hadn't been healthy, of course, this season. Like, they keep trying to bring him back early and stuff and messing things up. Mac Jones is playing some good football. Let him stay as the quarterback. George Kittle might be back this week. I think might be off IR. We'll see if they activate him, of course. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be a good game right here. But I think the Buccaneers win this one. I'll press the wrong button. Buccaneers win this one right here. And they're gonna be a very good one though. Let's see. Tennessee Titans versus the Raiders. I will probably pick. Oh, actually, I just realized the two teams. Titans, Raiders. Both teams are very similar. Geno Smith, I like Geno Smith, but he turned the ball over a lot this season. I know he had to force some of the passes because the receiver's not really getting separation, but some of the passes you have thrown, you like, come on, Geno. I know the receivers ain't giving separation, but you can't just throw the ball up like that. Yeah, you have to hit the ball a lot better than that. You got to play a little conservative at times, of course, and play through your run game and do different things. So we'll see what happens, but I think the Raiders still a slightly better team than Titans. Titans and Raiders are both in that same little threshold, but I think the Raiders are a little bit better. I'm picking the Raiders in this game. Bengals, Packers. I know Joe Flacco was set to start. Remember Zach Taylor, what he said last week? Oh, Jay Brown, our guy. I don't feel like we need to get another guy outside. Like, yeah, you ain't saying that no more. Popular GM probably said, you gonna get another guy, or we gonna get another guy for your spot. That's probably what happened. The GM probably stepped in and said, we're gonna make a move and get another guy, because Zach Taylor was saying, oh yeah, Brown is he's our guy. He's gonna be our guy. I believe in him. I trust him. Like, no, you don't. He threw 3 turnovers. He had 3 picks against the Jaguars. He had a few picks on the week after that. Threw 3 picks last week against the Lions, like that. And he almost cost me in fantasy because I needed the Bengals. I think my opponent had the Lions defense. I know the Bengals are going to be sorry, of course, but I thought at least the Bengals would turn. I don't want to turn the ball over too much. Like, he turned the ball over one time or something, but he kept trying to turn the ball over and over. I'm like, man, and the Lions' points was going up and up. I thought he had a safety and everything. I'm like, man, trying to make me lose fantasy. But luckily, I still won by 1 point in fantasy. No thanks to Jake Browning, of course. But Jake Browning has not played good football. And, it's time for them to move on and switch some things out. But I don't know what they think Joe Flacco's going to do that's better than Jake Browning. I think Jake Browning might be a better option than Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco can't move that good. The Browns' O-line is solid. A solid O-line, of course. They can go out there and block solidly. We see them run the ball effectively, of course. And we see them, protect the quarterback effectively. But Joe Flacco got sacked a lot and hit a lot. You watch those Browns games he played. He looked horrible back there. So imagine him behind this Bengals O-line. Now, maybe he might have a little more veteran like a little more experience, of course, so he can be able to get the ball out faster and do different things, of course, better decision making than Jake Browning, but he would not be able to move. He's gonna be a statue back there, and the Packers defense is about to light him up. So it might be Joe Flacco's career funeral, back there in this week. The Packers win by a lot. I think it might be 30. I'm gonna say 38-7 or something. Patriots versus Saints. I'm going Patriots. Patriots look very good, of course. It's funny how it's still funny. You know, I'm a Steelers fan, but when we beat the Patriots, the Steelers beat the Patriots. They're like, oh, the Patriots just a Patriot team. Now they beat the Bills. Like, oh, the Patriots are a very good team. They're Super Bowl contenders. They're playoff contenders. Like, oh, now they are. Okay. That always seemed to happen, of course, every time. Every team we beat was bad. Oh, the Vikings wasn't that good. The Vikings went, oh, the Vikings are very good. Oh, the Patriots wasn't that good. The Steelers beat the Patriots. They wasn't that good. Oh, they are very good. I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. I'm like, they gotta make their mind up. But Patriots are a good team. They're a good team, of course. Mike Vrabel has them disciplined, of course. Now, the penalties is one thing I still feel like it's a little shaky, but over time, discipline as like a defense, as an offense, he's done a good job, of course, in keeping the ball. Trying to limit turnovers, of course, and also defensively, the way they made turnovers and got mistakes, forced mistakes again for Josh Allen. Josh Allen went out there and they had the interception thrown, had the fumble that happened. There were different things that was going on with them. So, yeah, they did a good job in that game, got the victory on Sunday Night Football, and now you're playing against the Saints. You got to win that game, too. Detroit Lions, Chiefs. I'm going to have, of course, the Lions. The Chiefs are in, they should have won last week. They should have won that game last week against the Jaguars like that. They lost that game, 99-yard touchdown. The pick six, of course, that happened. And then, of course, the game-winning drive by Trevor Lawrence, you know, he falls on the ground. Chris Jones, I'm surprised he just stood there and he, like, jogged over. Didn't really show any effort. And now you got to play the Lions this week, too. The Lions team is loaded. Their offense has been the best offense ever since week 1. And people say, oh, the offense sucked. It's only week 1. They have scored 52 points, 30-something points. They could have scored 50 points last week against the Bengals, but they were like, no, what? We ain't got to do all that. They kind of played as like enough just to make sure they win by good margin and stuff. So they've been putting up some crazy numbers. So good luck in stopping that, Kansas City. I don't know. And Kansas City can't run the ball either. Like the Lions can't run the ball either. So it's going to be interesting because Mahomes been that leading rusher the past few weeks. Like he had to scramble for his life and have to go out there and run. You have the Bills versus the Falcons. I'm going to pick the Bills to win that one. They got to bounce back in a big way. And then the Bears versus the Commanders. I'm going Commanders to win that one. Jaden Daniels back. They're looking very good as well. Playing some good football. Of course, on the touchdown pass he threw, the big time pass he threw before halftime to McCaffrey. That was a beautiful throw. Off the back foot and dropping it where only the guy can go out there and get it right there in front of him. Like the helicopter dropped it. That was a beautiful throw. And then you look at the touchdown pass he threw to Deebo Samuel was nice as well. He been playing some good football. He got back. And, you know, it's been good to have him back like that. You know, his first game back, went out there and balled out, played some good football. So I think him playing against the Bears, going to be a nice matchup, going to be a nice game. But I think the Commanders find a way to win and go to 4-2. So this is my predictions for the week. The Vikings and Texans are both on a bye week. The Vikings probably happy on the bye week. They're like, we've been in Ireland, was in London for like two weeks. So we got a bye week now. And the Texans got a bye week as well after that big time victory versus, of course, the Ravens. So yeah, right now, you know, we're seeing things kind of heat up. Teams find their stride a little bit and everything is going. So we'll see what continues to happen. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.